It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are.
So you may remember when Donald Trump was picking out his cabinet, I kept saying that Pete Hegseth was going to be an absolute all-star because not only did he have the track record and the resume, but as a former TV host, right? He's hosted shows on Fox for about a decade, that he knew how to present the ideas. He knew how to be in front of the camera. He knew how to communicate all of those things. I also know him a bit from doing shows together and things like just a good guy. He's a good guy who loves the country and all of those things. But I really thought he was the double threat because of that. You got the resume and then you have the skill set to communicate, which is what a secretary, virtually any secretary that's going to be out there communicating these things needs. Well, I think it was really proven. I think my theory was really proven yesterday because he brought basically all the generals in. And he sat him down and he said, we are now the Department of War and things are going to be a little different here, you donut-eating freaks.
With physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular, hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a four-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our Joint Force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already.
Pete, I think you proved my point. He can communicate it, and it's the policy and the communication. Of course, we shouldn't have fat soldiers and generals and people that can't hit the minimum height and weight requirements and people that can't do the basic physical things that you might need to do as a soldier. And then the fact that he says it's across every rank. And, he's sitting there with some very high-ranking people that have been in the military for a long time, and a lot of them have big-ass potbellies. And you're right, maybe they're not going to be going to the shores of Europe with the guns. But as he said, it's not the right look. It's not the right look. Like I saw a whole bunch of people, all the lefties, usual suspects, freaking out about this. He's fat shaming and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. If we at our Department of War can't have basic standards, this is exactly, well, in some sense, it's the reverse of what has happened in New York City. Over the years, as New York City defunded the police and has had administrations that keep attacking the NYPD, what has happened? The old timers, many of them have retired. A lot of them now have jobs here in Florida. And then what happened? They couldn't get people to become police officers in New York City, so they had to lower the requirements, the physical fitness requirements.